If that bitch Hergamandora is shit talking about you, let her. Because karma and the universe has a way to bring that shit back to them. Just be a rock, believing that everything is futile, pointless, that there is no greater truth or wonder, or a purpose of life, or anything or everything is meaningless. A great debate between Stoicism and nihilism. Or better yet, the idea of detaching from what you can't control to detaching overall control. So I'll be honest, I'm actually reading from a script. But on top of that, I'm gonna read it, but also loosely read about it. So I'm the type of person to always think of myself as someone who's able to detach very easily. But the thing is, I kind of need emotional security while I'm at it. Sometimes I need to know what the hell is going on. At least a validation that I know what you're thinking of. You know, what I found interesting about these two philosophy ideas is that they pride themselves on two different bases of detachment. One is focusing on, or you can only control on what you have at your disposal, versus everything is meaningless. It doesn't really matter on how you approach it. Everything is temporary. So welcome back, baddies. My name is Honey. So you know how TikTok is always giving you those, manifestation or, clear cut ideas of who to become a person or build your archetype. I'm pretty sure you've heard about the ideas of the Law of Detachment, the art of manifestation, the lucky girl syndrome, Wanyanism. Everything works out in your favor, or X, Y, and Z. All of these personality archetypes that we see on TikTok, or even like we know from a day-to-day basis from YouTube, from our friends, from Facebook. I know people don't talk about that. Instagram, or like even those cute slideshow carousel things that are just like so cute and aesthetic, like Pinterest. A lot of them stem bases from like ideologies that are related to philosophy. So while I was doing some research about this video, and keep in mind this is like a really loose basis, this is kind of like ranting about myself actually. But my friend told me that she wanted to learn how I detach personally, or even how to detach in general, and how it's so easy for me to detach, but not so for them. And I don't mean to sound like it's condescending or, it's just easier said than done, but to me, I just realized that detaching is literally a journey. I will definitely be honest, the idea or the journey of detaching, the law of detachment, or X, Y, and Z, it is not for the weak. It definitely is not for the weak. Now, a lot of y'all can read my birth chart and realize, oh, this bitch knows how to fucking detach because it's all in their fucking placements. But it's a lot of self-reflection of figuring out who you are, defining what you want to become, and questioning your values as a person. So let's go through these as 3 separate parts. I'll break them down and we'll make it easy. We'll make it kind of like easy to listen to. So the part 1 is defining your own version of detachment. So for this video, we'll be talking about nihilism and stoicism because those are the 2 things that I kind of focus on the most for when I detach. So let's first define the first 2 words, nihilism and stoicism. So I pulled it up from Google because, I'm not a smarticle. Nihilism: the rejection of all religious and moral principles in the belief that life is meaningless. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the things we can control, our character, thoughts, emotions, and actions, while accepting the things we cannot, such as the actions of others or the natural course of events going on in the world around us. Now, what I love about these 2 perspectives, and I was talking to my friends about this, is that there are 2 different versions of detachment. So what I love about these 2 ideas of detachment is that they do focus on 2 different parts of life. So a lot of people will say that nihilism is a pessimistic or a negative aspect of detachment, or a negative philosophy, because it shifts the person's focus that nothing matters, nothing at the end of the day matters, or everything just will leave in a blink of an eye. And that's what I find so interesting. Now, obviously, we have more ideas or philosophies or theories of how there's so many ways to detach. We even have self-help articles or 2 ways how people offer their advice on TikTok. There's a lot of ways to detach. Now, I bring these up because when you're trying to define your own version of detachment, of why you want to detach or how to detach, you have to define what it means to detach for you. For example, some people want to detach through relationships, or some people want to detach from material possessions, or some people just want to detach and step away from their career, like their jobs and everything. So for us, let's do a motherfucking mini exercise, y'all. As always, bring out your notebook, your motherfucking iPad, and let's start authoring away our fucking thoughts right now. The first one is find out the root cause of why you want to detach. Is it because of your job? Is it because of friends? Is it because of family? Is it because you just have too much things and you want to step away from all that? Find out why you want to detach. Is it because you hate that one girl named Hergamanadora because she talked bad about you? Or is it because you keep comparing yourself to other people? Or is it because you recently got out of a relationship and it's your sign to let go? When you have a better grip of how you want to approach your idea of detachment, we can start figuring out how to exactly to proceed with it. Part 2, time to move forward. In the best words of my comps professor who had treated his class as a podcast. It was a very painful 1 hour class. Keep it simple, stupid. In my version. Fuck this shit. What the fuck do I gotta do? Let's just keep moving, y'all. First step is to feel that shit. It's okay to fucking cry. If you need to cry, cry it out. That's human of you. You literally say, why am I crying? I don't need to fucking cry. What the fuck? Bitch, you need to cry. That is a normal thing to do. If you don't cry, you're not allowing yourself to feel. And if you don't allow yourself to feel, that shit will explode. And everyone's first response is like, I need to detach. I need to get away from this situation. Feel it so much. Or this isn't me. I need to get my mind off this. People will say like, I need to get better ASAP and I need to push myself. They will do all these stuff to literally push themselves to get better, only to find out that the best remedy is resting and just feeling everything and going through it. Because let's be honest, the more you try to hide these feelings, the more it'll come out and show out. And in the end, you'll end up erupting like either a volcano or the tectonic plates. Now, after you're done feeling all of the emotions, it's time to slowly start shifting your perspective. So, for example, why would Poi cheat on me? I thought he loved me. And I thought I was the one. He always told me that. 2. Poi cheated on me. I felt very betrayed, but he was a whole ass person with their own decision to do so. I can't control how he might feel. I just wish he communicated. So notice the difference. The first person focused on themselves, but more so in a degrading manner. The second person, or the second response, focused on a broader sense of understanding that you can't control how they feel. It is what it is. Although the situation is shitty as fuck, we can't control it. As much as we try to micromanage things, it will never turn out how we expect it to, and sometimes it could turn out for the worst. And what's important is to start off small. One important Filipino phrase, I'm gonna butcher this too, I'm sorry y'all, is bahala na. And it's the idea of leaving it up to the universe. But more so, it is up to the universe. You can't control the situation. The universe will control that because that's what they could do. And then for you, what you can control is your feelings. Sometimes you have to be patient with yourself and sleep it off. However, patience is a virtue and often hard to practice. So at least be kind with yourself. So part 3 is how to detach. Now, obviously from the previous 2 parts, I feel like you can already get a sense of idea of how to detach. I'll go ahead and read what the law of detachment is. The law of detachment says that we must detach ourselves from the result or outcome in order to allow what we desire to materials in the physical universe. When we have done our part, we must learn to let go of the outcomes for things to materialize. And once we do, let go, it's when things materialize. A lot of us punish ourselves for not living up to the expected expectations that we set up for ourselves for X, Y, and Z. But instead of rewarding ourselves for even attempting to, whether it's outcomes, expenditures, or facing reality, this isn't to let you know that go fucking crazy, go rob a bank. Don't do that shit. Don't be stupid. What I'm trying to tell you is that in order for you to detach and believe that the universe has something upset for you, just control on what you could feel or how you feel, and you let the universe control what they could work with. Jason is a nihilism thinker, believing that nothing else matters, and Honey is a stoic thinker, believing nothing can be controlled besides your feelings. However you feel about your situation won't matter in 5 years from now. The idea of punishing yourself is too taboo. You're just a person in a sea of people, so work on yourself, bitch. And I usually use this when I'm in a situation where I feel like, theoretically, if I were to ever get my car tire popped and I don't have the funds, I could just literally say like, things could happen that could just take my life for the worse. But in the end, it doesn't really matter because we really do live once. So why am I stressing out about my tire popping? Yeah, I may not have the funds currently and right now, but I'll get them eventually. Advice I would give to Honey. Okay, what you're feeling right now is what you can control, not the other person. Although you want to control the situation, all you can do is at your disposal. So that is your feelings. There is power in the way you shift your focus and only. What doesn't matter is the way how people think of you. What matters is the way how you think of yourself. How do you apply this to yourself? Place a big fucking emphasis on how you feel. Only you can control your emotions, not the situation at hand. For example, if someone is shit talking about you and starting up rumors about you, the more you try controlling that situation and the more you try saying, well, I didn't do this, I did blah. They're gonna be like, why are you so quick to defend yourself? People always have a reason to always doubt you. If that bitch, Hergamandora, is shit talking about you, let her. Because karma and the universe has a way to bring that shit back to them. Whether it's in a day, whether it's in a second, whether it's in 10 years, whether it's in the afterlife, the universe has its way of playing everything in favor. So why is it hard to detach if it's easy said? Let's be fucking honest. We're all complicated. We're all human. We all have emotions. We're sentimental. We're emotional. We have feelings, and so sometimes even the sturdiest of all stones could crumble. We hold on to things because sometimes we like to admire the feeling of equilibrium for even a moment of time. So control your feelings, not others. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And in my own personal take, in order to detach, just leave it up to the universe. The universe has its own way of letting things happen. Whether you believe in Bahala Na, it is what it is, the law of detachment, the art of manifestation, lucky girl syndrome, whatever you believe in, or whichever you believe in, have faith in the universe and let everything work out in your favor. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna head to bed because it's about to be 12 and I'm fucking tired. Let's catch up soon, y'all. Be right back with sugar and spice. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!